All right, guys, some big news coming out of the LEC today. Obviously, this does involve Nisqy, and we got officially this post from SK Gaming League on Twitter where they said, today we are saying goodbye to Nisqy as we've mutually agreed to part ways. We want to thank him for all the great moments throughout this year and the commitment he's shown. We wish him all the best in what's next, and here's to hopefully meeting on the Rift again. Thanks, Nisqy. Now, obviously, this isn't too unexpected or too shocking or surprising or anything like that. There was maybe some potential for Nisqy to, or from like kind of what we heard, or there was maybe some expectation of Nisqy to stay around on SK and stay on the bench, or continue streaming under the organization or whatever. There was a lot of different options. Obviously, Nisqy did still have a contract, I believe, for one more year with SK. So if Nisqy wasn't able to find a new team, I think some people at least were expecting him to stay on the org. Obviously, the org could have cut him, released him, whatever at any time, or depending on how things worked out, there was some different options here. But once we actually saw that SK tweeted this out and that Nisqy and the organization were going to be parting ways, a lot of people expected that a new team was going to be announced very shortly for Nisqy. Obviously, with him leaving one organization, enabling him to then be able to transfer to another, whatever, that was the big expectation. That was the big news that everyone was expecting. Then Nisqy tweeted this out. I think this was actually a little bit before SK's announcement, maybe at the same time, whatever. It doesn't really matter too much. Okay, a couple minutes after. I saw this one first on my Twitter feed, though. Nisqy said, officially split from SK. We're talking about my future tonight around 7. Now, that's 7, obviously, in some of the European time zones. I'm in America, so it's a little bit different for me. So I was trying to, figure all this out when the time was going to be and everything. And we eventually got to the point where he went live on stream. Now, he obviously speaks French mostly on his broadcast and in his stream and stuff like that. So we're going to have to get some translations and all that good stuff, but to help get this news out to you guys. But again, talking about his future, many people were expecting him to be on the move or going to a new team or whatever, but it was cool that we were going to get to hear this directly from him. That also made it pretty interesting. That also built up this hype and expectation. Nisqy is a guy with a big fan base. A lot of people like him. He's charismatic. He's funny. He's a good content creator. He does a lot of awesome things, and at his best, he's also a very, very strong League of Legends player. Obviously, we've seen him be a part of some very successful lineups and very successful rosters and do some great things. We also, earlier in the offseason, we had heard that there were even some LE teams interested in him. There was a chance he was going to remain the mid laner for SK. I think I have the transfer hub pulled up here where obviously SK ended up going, I don't know why this isn't showing, but SK ended up going with Reeker in the mid lane. We also heard that he was considered for that Team Vitality mid lane position before they ended up going another direction there with their replacement from VTO, obviously. So there were a couple different options for Nisqy, but ultimately now all those mid lane positions are filled up, which is crazy. We're not even done with Worlds yet. All the mid lane positions are locked up in the LEC, and that obviously left no room for Nisqy. And this got a lot of people speculating, a lot of people wondering, ERLs were maybe an option, and obviously the LCS was maybe an option as well. I did see a lot of LCS fans and even like Cloud9 fans and stuff saying that, hey, Nisqy coming over to Cloud9 could be a very big option, could be cool, fun, getting that reuniting with that organization, obviously with JoJo being on the way out. But then we heard that Cloud9 is going to be going with Loki. And also this was very possible because once Cloud9 got Sven, they were going to have an import slot open in the mid lane for Nisqy to be able to slot into there. That obviously didn't happen. The other big team name we heard a lot of speculation and rumors and stuff around, a lot of fans getting excited about the potential of Nisqy coming to Shopify Rebellion to fit in with Fudge and contracts, and a lot of people said that lineup could have been very, very fun, and that's where a lot of people were pointing the fingers. I think there was even like some rumors or some kind of stream or leaks or whatever about Nisqy being in talks with Shopify, or maybe that was going to work out or whatever. So that's where I think a lot of people were expecting this big announcement to come from. And eventually we get to Nisqy obviously tweeting out that this thing is coming after he's officially separated from SK. But Nisqy is actually live right now, and he was talking about his decision and what his future plans are and everything going forward. We do have Crow LOL, who does a lot of translations. He's kind of just like this main kind of hub of tons of League of Legends content and everything. Speaks and understands French and all that, so should hopefully be a reliable source and a good source of these translations and everything. Says that Nisqy has announced that he will be taking a split break. He could have joined NA. Apparently, this is what Crow is saying. Nisqy said on his stream. Like I said, Nisqy is streaming right now. There is tons of clips. People can go check them out, read the translation for their own self and all that stuff. But what Crow is saying is he could have joined NA, but at the moment doesn't feel good in his life. And he couldn't see himself starting a split in a team in these mental conditions. And obviously, that is a very, very big and important thing. I know Nisqy did tweet out previously. We can go to his Twitter, where he tweeted out just shortly ago, a couple days ago, actually, where he tweeted out, it was a Google translation, I'm going to take a little break from social media. Friends, take care of yourself and your loved ones and see you soon. So obviously, maybe this was him having some struggles behind the scenes with the stress and pressure and all this stuff going on. Obviously, we know that life in general is already plenty hard and plenty stressful and plenty crazy. And there's always people dealing, with a million different things. That's why you should always, be mindful and kind and caring and all that good stuff. But especially somebody that's such a positive influence on the community like Nisqy. Obviously, we are wishing him well. We are hoping he is okay. But this could be hopefully a nice little refreshing break from him because, like I said, the stress and pressures of being a pro player and that insane schedule and the expectations and all that stuff on top of trying to figure out your future and not having a team and not having a spot and trying to figure out if you want to go halfway across the world and start your life over in America, or if you want to try and stay and battle for spots in the LEC, or if you want to stream, or if you want to do content creation, or if you want to give up on your pro career and all your dreams and aspirations. Like, this stuff is stressful. This stuff is insane. This stuff is crazy. So like I said, obviously I do definitely feel for Nisqy. I hope he's okay. I hope things are going to work out well for him. I hope during his split break, obviously this seems like, based on the wording, it does seem like he will try. Depending on how this goes, things change fast. Maybe he has an amazing time off. Maybe he loves content creation. Maybe he, finds some other passion in life, or who knows. But it seems like it is possible we could see him vying for spots once again in the coming split. Maybe he'll be in a better spot, mentally or physically or with everything and stress and expectations and all that. Maybe there'll be some perfect mid lane position that opens up in the LCS or the LEC or whatever. But again, at least based off what we're hearing from what Nisqy said on his stream, he is saying that he had the possibilities to join NA if he wanted to, but it seems like this was his decision to pass it up. Seems like this was his decision to sit out, and that, going to NA just didn't seem like the right move at this time. And obviously that is going to be a big disappointment with fans not being able to see, again, a very, very likable, very big personality, and at his best, a great player, a guy who can definitely still help teams out. I know I have his page pulled up on the Sheep Esports website right now, but we can actually see our Sheep stats, or like our Sheep score had him ranked as the 4th best mid laner in the LEC for the entire season of 2024. Obviously, this is maybe what people would say was a little bit of a down year for Nisqy. SK was overall a pretty middle of the pack team with 25 wins and 27 losses throughout the entire year of the LEC. They had some good runs. They had times where they definitely looked stronger in the middle of the pack team. They looked like they might be able to really put it together and be a top contending team and stuff, but ultimately we're falling short, and maybe some of the blame, maybe some of that is going to fall on Nisqy, or people might think he's out of form or whatever, but he did still have some good stats. He did very, very great for his damage per gold. He wasn't given a ton of gold or a ton of resources all the time, but still was putting up good damage per gold, good damage per minute, getting a lot of kills, getting a lot of assists. He's a guy that always has high impact on matches, and like I said, he's great for brands, he's great for fans, and not having him in the League of Legends pro scene, at least for the split, is going to be a big disappointment. It's a loss for the LEC and the LCS overall. I do hope we will see Nisqy back sooner rather than later, but at least at this time, the big announcement from Nisqy today is that he will be taking a split break, will be taking a split off, will not be playing in the first split in either the LEC or the LCS for 2025, and obviously his future is pretty up in the air from there. We'll have to wait and see what happens next, and obviously if we ever do get any news updates or anything like that, we'll always keep you guys up to date with the latest. Pretty much it for this one. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace. Everything we are doing here at Sheep Esports for the rest of 2024 is powered by Holy. This is an awesome company that makes great tasting energy drinks that also just so happen to be healthier than the competition as well. They sent me this starter set deluxe, which comes with a Holy shaker and then 14 individual servings of Holy Energy, Holy Hydration, and Holy Iced Tea. So you get a ton of awesome stuff for a great price. And if you want to get even better price, check out the first link in the description below. Use discount code SE5 to get €5 off your first order, or SE10 to get 10% off your entire basket. If you guys want to help continue to allow us to provide the amazing coverage of both Worlds and the offseason that you guys know and love, definitely check out Holy, buy some stuff. It would mean the world to us. Thanks.